Alright, so the video game awards are among us, and I had been hearing rumblings that The Last of Us was pretty much dominating everything. Well, it's been nominated for every category, and it really wouldn't surprise me if The Last of Us ended up winning every category it's in. But let's actually look at all the categories The Last of Us has been nominated for. So we've got Game of the Year. Now I understand why it's been nominated for it. Do I think it should win? No, I think this should hands down go to Ghost of Tsushima. Personally, I think Ghost of Tsushima, even without that free update that we got for the online, just the base game on its own was so good. Like when I initially started playing Ghost of Tsushima, I was getting a little bit frustrated with it. I thought it could be better here and there. And by the end of it, I was like, you know what? This is such a good game. There were so many things I didn't appreciate at first about it, and I think it should win. But that's Game of the Year. Okay, now I understand why The Last of Us has been voted there. Best Game Direction. I don't know how The Last of Us has been voted for this. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Now, in terms of game direction and design, for innovation, Last of Us is one of the last games that I would think of. It felt like I was playing a game from 10 years ago. So whilst it looked very nice, I don't know what it's doing on this part of the nominations. Personally, I'm sure people would disagree with that, but just personally, that's where I'm at with The Last of Us right now. I don't think it should be there. Again, I think that this will probably either go to Hades or Ghost of Tsushima. That's just me personally. Best Narrative. Again, The Last of Us has been nominated here. Now, I don't know how it's been nominated here, and to be honest with you, in terms of narrative, there hasn't been too many things that I thought were like amazing. I guess I think maybe I would give this to Hades. I don't know, because Ghost of Tsushima has got a good story, but it's very like by the book. You kind of know what's gonna happen. It's nothing great, I would say. That's not the game's like strong suit, so I'm not really sure about this part. I don't think The Last of Us should win this though. The story in The Last of Us is probably one of the weakest points. I think that's what probably hurt it the most. And then you move into Best Art Direction, again for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Now in terms of graphics, yes, The Last of Us 2 looks stunning, but if you want to talk about artistic design, there's nothing's gonna come close to Ghost of Tsushima this year in my opinion. That game, the areas just look absolutely breathtaking. Like there's just nothing that comes close to it in my opinion. So this should 100% go to Ghost of Tsushima. Ori and the Will of Wisps, I would say, is a close second. I haven't spent too much time playing it, but just like the way it looks, it's got to go to Ghost of Tsushima or Ori. I don't think The Last of Us, despite having very good graphics, the faces all look really good in it, I don't think that I would give this the award for artistic design animation. Definitely not. Then you got Best Score and Music. The Last of Us music is good, I guess. I think that this should probably go to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I don't think that it should go to The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 soundtrack was basically The Last of Us 1 soundtrack, which is again not a bad thing. I feel like I've heard it before, and I think Ori takes this hands down in my opinion. Then you've got Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Now The Last of Us does have good sound design, it does. When you shoot a gun in that game, when you get attacked by a clicker, when people attack you, when you hit someone, it does feel and sound really good. Do I think it should win this year? Unfortunately not. I don't. I think I would probably give that probably to Doom Eternal, if I'm being honest. Probably to Doom Eternal. Although I think The Last of Us did a good job, I don't think it wins that. That's just me personally. This is not Last of Us hate or bias. I feel like it fell short on almost everything to other games. Not to say it was bad at all, even though I don't think it was great. I think it falls a little bit short. And then we've got Best Performance. So you've got Ashley Johnson as Ellie and Laura Bailey as Abby. I would say maybe you can give this to them. Maybe you can give this to them because Daisuke Tsuji's Jin Sakai is good, but again, the narrative and the characters are not really what I'd say is a driving force behind that game's success. And I can't say for Miles Morales yet. I haven't played it. I do have the game. I haven't tried it out yet. So as it stands, I would probably give this to Ashley Johnson. That's one thing where I could say, okay, Last of Us, the voice acting was actually one of its strongest suits. It did feel like I was watching a movie playing out. Even if the movie story wasn't great, the acting and the voice acting was good. I can give them that. I think that's where the Last of Us nominations end, really. I don't think they pop up anywhere else, but they have pretty much been nominated almost for everything. I think that was the end of it. I think maybe there's one more, action adventure. That's it. Again, no way. Like, this is gonna. I haven't played Spider-Man yet, but if it's anything like Spider-Man on PS4, then already like Last of Us does not even match up to it. And then of course you've got Ghost of Tsushima, which I would probably give this to as it stands because I haven't played Spider-Man yet. I don't think Last of Us wins this. It has been nominated for so many categories that it's actually insane at this point. I think that was the last one it goes to. I think best role-playing game definitely goes to Yakuza Like a Dragon. That game is it's brilliant. You know, when I started it off, I wasn't too sure because they changed the battle system from like a traditional hack and slash fighting game sort of thing to a turn-based RPG. But after spending about 10 to 15 hours on it, I think they knocked it out of the park. And if they ever do a Kiryu story or a Majima story or a Saejima story again, I think they should use the other battle system. It makes more sense. But if they're going to continue with Ichiban, I ain't got no problems with them doing the RPG thing. It makes sense for his type of character because he's a Dragon Quest fan. Best fighting game, I don't know. Probably Mortal Kombat 11, but that doesn't really say much. I mean, One Punch Man made it. It doesn't really say much for fighting games this year. But I think that's all the categories that The Last of Us popped up on. I think it's been nominated. I think it's been nominated for too many categories where other games haven't, and they probably should have been in there. And I think it's maybe the Game Awards are going to annoy people a bit this year. I suspect The Last of Us is going to end up winning a lot more awards than people would say that it's worth. Right now, on Metacritic, I think it's currently sitting at a 6 out of 10. Let's have a quick look. So currently, I guess the critic reviews they still rate it very highly, but the user score is still at 5.7, and that is over 146,000 ratings that have been put on there. It's at 5.7. So to give this game of the year, that would only come from the critics. I don't think. Despite its sales, and I think a lot of that was off the back of the first game. I think the first game drove the sales for this game a lot. I think if they did a part 3, it would not sell nearly as much. But that's just my opinion. I think Game of the Year should go to Ghost of Tsushima. What do you guys think? I think that it has been just nominated for way too many categories. And even in those categories, other than voice acting, I don't think it wins any of them. That's just me personally. Maybe you could give it to the sounds in the game, like the gunshots and all that, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's more of this woke stuff that we saw at the BAFTAs. Maybe it's going to leak over into the Game Awards. Maybe there's a certain criteria that people need to meet to have their game nominated, and maybe The Last of Us meets those criteria, even though I think that's, you know, the criteria they had for the BAFTAs was so ridiculous. I hope that never gets replicated again. But it is what it is. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you for liking the videos, tuning into the streams, subscribe to the channel when you can, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.